Warning: the following content may contain elements that are not suitable for some audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 5, Episode 10, Fragments of Dawn's Undoing. Thank you so much for joining us. Now let's bring in our wonderful cast. We have Eldritch as Khan, the God Carver Rizzolo.
Always great to be here. A little quieter than usual.
Not a problem, we're using headphones. Shane as Zavid, Nonindruma as Curse Taker.
Gosh, I don't understand how I got all these titles. What did I do, man?
You went on a crazy tirade several sessions ago, but I just finally got through the whole list.
Oh, yeah.
So since I got through the whole list, take an extra hero point.
Oh, sweet. Thank you.
Then Elliot as Reese Guiltleaf, the Secret Scourge.
Hi, I have a space cat.
He's so cute. As always, I am Lumpy Bronzearm and will be your DM for today. Last time, Lux Et Umbra emerged victorious from Fangwood Keep. Hailed as heroes by the freed Molthuni soldiers, Lux Et Umbra knew they did not have time to revel in their own glory. Within Tess's arcane engine, Khan had found the coordinates to something called the Drift Rock within the Diaspora, a prize zealously sought by the cult of the Devourer. As Saint BX9 showed up to the keep at Zavid's behest, the Chosen of Cassandra Lee immediately set to work with the hive-minded, severed goblin named Skitrix to try and find a way to cure the Iron Goddess of her corrupted virus. In Lux Et Umbra's rush to leave, only Khan noticed something odd about the fraternal elf twins saved by Reese just an hour prior. These two children are exceptionally rare magic users, Gemini-blooded sorcerers, which pop up only during alignments with the planet Aposte the Messenger, are the rarest of the rare in the world of the arcane. Danny volunteered to allow the children, Palom and his twin sister Porom, to become wards of the Kingdom of Druma for safety and to hone their craft. Aboard the Windseeker, Lux Et Umbra took off like a shot to the pirate-controlled harbor city of Riddleport. After an elaborate safety check of the ship and crew, they had arrived to the Great Ring. For millennia, considered an unknowable arcane device of unfathomable origin, Khan and Reese set to work entering the coordinates. As they are the only two beings on Galarian capable of operating this last known Stargate, the runes upon the rock faces began to shift and glow. Suddenly, a massive vertical wall of mana appeared within the ring, through which Zavid sailed at full speed. Silence and blackness. For but a moment, until wham! Oh, the Windseeker was rocked by a collision with a tumbling boulder. Though only momentarily shaken about, Lux Et Umbra quickly worked together to right their course and steer around the uncountable rocks floating about. Coordinates in hand, our heroes eventually pulled the Windseeker through a gap between two massive asteroids to reveal their target, a shiny white metal vessel chained to a humongous rock. Using his shadowy magics, Zavid was able to conjure breathable air bubbles and temperature-controlled pressure suits to survive the vacuum within the ship. Khan led the way into the dark, frigid vessel, finding a control panel almost immediately to close the latch behind them. Within the dark, silent corridors, Khan spotted a freeze-dried goblin lying on top of some type of big flowering plant next to a pool of blood. Since this ain't the God Carver's first rodeo, this creature was quite obviously an ambush predator adapted to survive in vacuum. With two quick slices of the Ilhis steer, the goblin's top half was separated from its bottom, allowing Lux Et Umbra to continue their search. Zavid slipped behind a small opening in a broken door to find the engineering bay of the ship's power core. Using her rat powers, Khan restored life support to the machine, apparently named the Acreon. Within a storage room, Reese stumbled upon two highly advanced weapons, a flame lobber pistol and an arc rifle, and fuel for each. Yet this could not compare to the shipping container found by Zavid. His necromancer's visage kicked in, alerting him to the presence of undead within the box. Opening it carefully revealed a sarcophagus made of transparent aluminum, within which contained a tall, strong elf ghast wearing a gray uniform. At this point, the technology has become a sort of second nature to Khan, who was able to awaken the elf ghast from her cryostasis. Though confused at first, and asking to be taken to someone named Trazin, she eventually introduced herself as Hebiza Escolar, commander of the corpse fleet of Eox. It was quickly determined that neither Lux Et Umbra nor Hebiza were aligned with the forces of the Dread Cabal, and so were not mutual enemies. Through some rough astronomical calculation, it was determined that Hebiza, and by extension the Acreon, had been floating adrift amongst the Diaspora for 20,000 years. This revelation only stalled Commander Escolar for but a moment, as she steeled herself and asked to be taken to the planet of Eox the Dead, as she must speak to her superiors, Trazin the Archaeovist and King Jarek Assyrian. This name nearly made Reese fall to the floor. Lux Et Umbra had met King Assyrian. Within his war room, during their epic battle against Light's Void, Shadow of Urgathoa, far, far in the past during the last conjunction. Continuing their search, the bridge of the Acreon gave a clue as to the crew's ultimate fate. Originally sent to the Drift Rock under the pretense of a mining expedition, the ship was attacked by bioships containing mutated plant goblin creatures. The crew abandoned ship to the interior of the Drift Rock after having opened the Acreon up to the vacuum of space in an attempt to rid the ship of the goblins. It was determined more answers were needed before towing the giant rock to the orbit of Eox, so down the chain they went. Into the winding, mined-out tunnels of the Drift Rock our heroes went, moving aside fallen rock debris to reveal the winding paths beyond. In a round chamber, Zavid investigated a strange boulder until a cold metal barrel was placed on the back of his skull. This is where we come in today, inside a chamber within the Drift Rock. I shall share her image now as well. From behind this rock, as you were investigating Zavid, a blue-skinned, blue-haired creature who, at a glance, almost resembles an android that you have met, Saint BX9. But you can't really get a good look at her, Zavid. Reese and Khan, you see her, obviously. But, yes, Zavid, you have that barrel placed at the back of your brainstem. And you hear her say, "Freeze! Do not move a muscle or I will paint this chamber with your brain. Who are you?"
You have me at a disadvantage. It is polite to introduce yourself first, especially if you're going to point a gun to my head.
I have been given orders to kill any faithful of the Rough Beast and the Devourer. Are you a cultist of the Devourer?
Do we look like cult? Look, we're wearing like undead garments and stuff. I've got like shadowy wisps coming off of me. Reese has bone stuff sticking out. You do understand that, wait, do you know that?
No, they don't.
They don't know.
They don't know.
You know, sometimes when you get into your own bubble, you think you're more famous than you are, and then it becomes embarrassing. I'm sorry. Let's start over. Can I face you? I have my hands up. I'm like, can I turn around so I can see who I'm talking to?
Slowly, and she'll back up one pace. She still has the gun pointed directly at you, but it's no longer touching you.
Okay, I turn around, I see who I'm talking to, and I say, "You speak with Lux Et Umbra. I am Zavid, Shadowmancer, and guardian of spirit." I don't know if I like guardian. Grave guardians is like a name is
Aspect
cool.
is the word you've been using.
That's right. Aspect of spirit. This is Khan, the Bloody. She is the aspect of flesh. And we have Reese. What is Reese's last name? Do I know?
Guilt Leaf.
Guiltleaf, that's right. I'm sorry. And then Reese Guiltleaf, who is the aspect of bone. Aspect of blood is not currently in the room with us, but we are all here. Together, we control the forces of undeath, and I think if you are aligned against the Rough Beast, you should treat your allies with a bit more respect.
You say you are the aspects of undeath? She slowly lowers her rifle a little bit.
There's been a change in management, as it will.
If you need a demonstration, we'd be happy to provide one.
I think that would probably be in all of our mutual interests. You see, this rock is infested with the raised spirits of the crew on that ship that is attached to this rock. I have not been able to do anything with them, as this gun is, sad to say, useless against the spirit.
Well, that's actually really helpful to know. There's an arcane spell that can download like 10 minutes of information to somebody in an instant. Yes. I don't think I have that though, but maybe Khan, since you have
Khan
arcane,
does have it because
yes.
Because when Khan invented her phylactery machine to take all of that undead knowledge from Reese that he stole from Urgathoa, in the process of doing so, the goddess Nadiri gave you a scroll of mass brain telepathy, whatever that spell was called, the one Shane's talking about.
transfer
Knowledge, or
like,
transfer thought,
yeah.
something like that. But that meant that you had a scroll of it, so you fed it to Pipette, so Khan actually knows a mass version of that spell. Mm-hmm. So you could, Khan could download some information to everyone in this group, like in a circle.
Yeah.
So, okay. If you do that, then you will learn that her name is Clara247. She has been inside the Drift Rock since the Acreon went adrift, so she's been in here for 20,000 years.
Wait, also in here for 20,000
Yes.
years?
She is an android, and let me think.
What is her
What
power
do-
source? How does she
Uh,
stay alive?
It's an internal nuclear power source, similar to what Khan would have stolen from Shax for inside the Molmec, but it's a miniaturized
Oh,
version. Whereas Khan's is a fission power source, Clara 247's power source is a miniaturized fusion core.
oh my God! So no wonder 20,000 years actually isn't that
It's like
long for
nothing.
her.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
like
it's that
it's
for her
long, but
power
for her
source,
power
she
source,
still
it's
has
not.
to be
Yes,
alright. Yeah.
she's still been stuck in this rock chamber for 20,000 years, but her power source is fine. But you recognize that she is an android, much like Bix. Uh, does that do any of you like what do you all say to her now once you get this kind of information from her? She's been here a long ass time.
I got stuff I want to say, but I don't want to take the spotlight too much. Do you guys
No,
have
go
kind of?
ahead. Go ahead. If you
No.
got stuff to say.
Well,
He has lowered a
Basi-
weapon at this point.
yeah,
And
I'm
she
looking
was
at.
directly talking to him, so it's okay.
True.
I look at her and I say, you know, did you have a command? Are you from Eox? Do you hail from that fleet?
Well, no, originally I am from the planet of Castrovel.
Okay.
I was sent on a ship called the Horizons Pursuit. We were sent to Golarion, but I was sent on a splinter mission halfway through the voyage, the travels. Sorry, my processors have been a little rusty in this rock for so long. But I was sent with our commanding officers. There was BX9, XC2, and MX3, and then there was the main AI of the ship. She was an elf originally. Her name was Dr. Cassandra Ali.
Oh, we are very aware of all at
Oh,
least two
okay.
of those people.
You know these
So,
names.
well, we know a
Oh,
lot of those
a
names.
lot of
So
those
a lot
names.
has changed in 20,000 years. Cassandra Lee, big. This is the biggest thing. We'll start big, we'll go small. Okay.
Yeah.
Cassandra Lee is no longer mortal. Cassandra Lee ascended to godhood. Not long after that, I believe.
Oh my goodness.
She's been a god for quite a while. However, recently she has undergone some sort of corruption. Now, Bix is still around. Bix was her sort of chosen, her champion. We know
Indeed,
Bix.
he
Bix
was-
is a friend of ours. We're his
We
allies,
just
and
recently spoke with them actually.
You're allies
He's,
of
uh,
Bix.
he is working to try to cure Cassandra Lee's corruption because right now she's controlled by other gods who serve the rough beast.
BX9 was my progenitor. My memory core comes from his hands. He is essentially my technological father.
Ooh.
He's a really good guy. He's helped us a lot, and we are happy to know that we have found an unlikely ally here, deep within this rock, even one who's been isolated for so long. It'll be good to see you out in the world again. There's a lot to catch up on.
Indeed, I'm ecstatic to find anyone anyone at all who is not a wandering mindless undead, but especially one who knows of my family.
And she's put her gun away at this point and just looking completely happy, not pissed off at all.
What's this?
So
But why
let's
are you here?
well, first of
continue on.
all,
Yes, continue.
I want to ask, in your time, was Castrovel, did Castrovel have any sort of issues, I guess, astropolitical issues with Eox and their people?
Oh, the people of Eox, they were a splinter sect of the Castrovella, if I remember correctly. They left Golarion because they left Castrovel. They did not like the rigid hierarchy, the royalties there. They made their own society on Eox, which I've always thought was very strange. There is not much of a breathable atmosphere there. It is a very rough place.
Okay. What did they call Eox in your time? Because in our time they called Eox the Dead. Did it have another name?
Well, no, just Eox the Bright, I suppose.
Well, that atmosphere ended up being a bit of an issue. So it ended up becoming a haven for the undead. But it is not a sort of evil place in itself. From what I can gather, it is relatively egalitarian. But there is still, I think, a leader there. And I mentioned that the Assyrian leader, what's his name?
King Jarek Assyrian.
King Jarek. Are you familiar with the king?
I have heard this name. Yes, he was still the leader in my time. I do not know if he is still, but I know this name. I believe he came from Galarian. He was a refugee.
Yes. We do not know if he's still around, but it's likely that if he was the ruler of Eox, which is now known as Eox the Dead, then he must have figured out some way to preserve his life. Or unlife, perhaps.
Perhaps.
We are. And she knows our mission, right? Because we downloaded it.
You downloaded it, so now she knows why you're here.
So really, we're just kind of talking to her, trying to make sure we know everything we need to know from her.
For sure. And you can walk and talk with her if you'd like. She'll accompany you through here.
So you know, I put this rock rubble pile here just to keep out the long tongues. I do not know what you probably call them, but there are some undead with claws, long teeth, long tongue.
They eat flesh.
Eat
right?
flesh, yes. They're
called ghouls.
Ghoul. I see. Okay, there are some in here, so you just need to be on your lookout. If any of you are a little sneakier, you may want to go first.
I don't think we need to sneak. And I'm gonna look to Khan. I said, Khan, I know that I'm like the ghoul guy, but you are the aspect of flesh. These are your subjects. Just like with the zombies, you can, if you want to, try to exert some command over them.
Yeah, tell them to get out of our way. Ooh.
Does everyone know Necrol now because of the download of knowledge that we did when we?
Sure.
Okay. So
I don't
you
think
know
we
the
ever
language of the
established
dead
that,
as
but
well.
I'm gonna say yes.
I'll give you like some pointers about like how I've dealt with ghouls and how the Cabreri cult sees them, but then like also then there's the ghouls of Leng. Leng is like this other like plane of existence. They're really, really smart and they have a cool culture, but it's very weird. Leng is like, it's weird. That place is strange. And basically, I want to give you aid on whatever check you're going to make.
Perfect. So let me open up this corridor here. Boop. The corridor leads to an open cavern with mine pick markings on the wall. Clearly, this has been mined out for resources. But a dead humanoid body floats in this cavern, wearing an Estex, like a pressurized suit with a patch that reads Acreon in ancient Castrovelli. And I want someone to give me a medicine check.
Do not be me.
I can do medicine.
Good.
Yeah.
Cool. Then you can have an aid from Zavid. So Zavid, roll yours first. You need a 30 to aid, a 40 to critically aid.
Okay, I got a 28 on my
So you need a
bonus.
2 to give her a +1.
There we go.
There you go. So you're an expert, so that's a +2.
Excuse me. Awesome.
Yep. So +2 medicine check con, DC of 38, it looks like.
38. Ooh.
Look at that. Nat Twondo.
Oh my god.
Never should have doubted myself.
Never
That's the
should
root
have
of all
doubted
evil.
yourself. Ever, ever, ever. So you determine very quickly that this is an elf inside of a spacesuit, like a technological suit meant for vacuum. It's clearly a miner because they have a mining pick attached to their belt, but you also very quickly realize that this particular person died of physical wounds and was not infected with that like goblin plant thing. This person does not appear to either be mutating into that type of creature, nor do they appear undead. This looks like just a dead body, a dead elf.
Cool.
However, you notice that the suit they're wearing has a backup generator, and it also has an empty survival flare gun. So with the Nat 20, you've realized that you could take this spacesuit and have a fourth spacesuit, and have an extra spacesuit that works.
Well, that would be nice. That couldn't hurt.
Mm-hmm. I'll just throw this in Khan's inventory.
Khan's gonna like de-shell this astronaut.
Pretty much. So that's gonna be.
Is there a ghost in that show?
Oh my God. I've never watched that anime, but I've heard it's
so
very good.
So good.
Literally, like, all like, just It's one of my favorite
yeah.
things.
When I was a
And
kid, it just seemed really depressing. So I was like, I want to watch
is.
something more fun.
It is, but also like you would love this now, especially because you're doing like the space stuff.
Hmm.
You'd like it.
All right, Con, I also put an emergency space flare gun in your inventory. That works for like when you're in space for other ships to see you. Like it's a really long distance flare.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep, but that's about all you see in this little chamber. But it does continue on to the east. And give me a stealth check, Con.
You got
DC, and I'll tell you the DC in a second. It is. That was enough. It was 42. So, gonna go ahead and
It's probably my favorite thing. It's like, yeah, let's do a stealth check. Okay, never mind.
stealth check. Yep, that's enough. So, in this, there's a small winding corridor that leads to an open room. 4 tunnels exit this cavern to the north, south, east, and west. Strangely, however, while the south and west passages are hewn rock, the north and east passages are finished and lined with some sort of polished metallic plating on the walls, floors, and ceiling. And if you give me a DC 40 crafting or nature check, which I know which one you're going to pick, I might be able to tell you more.
Oh, what? You looked into the future. How did you do that?
Yeah, it's enough. 47. Crafting. The northern, you can. Let's see. Need more information from this one. Yes, okay. You determine that the panels are some sort of ceramic metallic plating that is strong and durable as adamantine alloy, but is itself a substance unknown to Galarian material science. Yeah.
Crafting? Do you need help with crafting?
No, she
I know
nailed the
you
crafting check.
You nailed that, you just don't know about it, so we would
Yep.
need to do more tests. Okay.
Exactly. You would need to like take it to a lab. So the tunnel to the north goes off for about 100 feet until it ends at a hole facing the void of space that seems like something was ripped out. Like the corridor may have had something attached to it at one point, but it has since been ripped off. Oh, right. Sorry. One other thing you see. Within here, you are stealthy enough it did not see you. You see walking around a gray-skinned ghoul with a
my
missing its lower
God.
jaw with a long tongue hanging down, wearing
name.
a ripped up.
Gastronaut.
Thank you, the gastronaut. Yes, but wearing a ripped up astronaut suit, pressure suit. But it does not see you, Con.
Gotcha.
And it will not, unless
It
you
won't,
choose
no.
for it to.
Yeah, exactly. So what do you do?
I think that she's gonna like kind of calmly approach very visibly and just see how it reacts. If it reacts like, I'm gonna get you, then she's gonna try to exert her will upon it.
It looks to you once it finally spots you, and it backs up a moment, and it almost like it looks like it's afraid of you. It backs up into kind of this corner here.
Goddamn
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, she'll cross her arms and she'll be like, what do you think you're doing here?
There it is.
I
And let's see,
imagine.
is this one mindless? Let me double check. Okay, got it. Yeah, this one it can't speak out loud because its lower jaw is missing. But so it goes.
I think we're going to need to make a jaw for it if we wanted to talk. I don't
Aspects of
have
flesh
telepathy.
could do that, can't they?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could. What
can
about
help with
that
the
guy,
bone
that dead
jaw.
guy over in the corner, the astronaut
That's
way back
Dead
there?
astronaut that you just deshelled.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
I can fuse the
Con-
jawbone if you need it.
Yeah,
That's
Con
true
will
as
go
the
like,
lower bone.
I see that you're struggling. What if we fix your kind of lower jaw situation?
It nods its head, yes.
Zavita's never been more proud. of his friends, but now the fact that they're like getting into
Fools.
this stuff, he's like,
It took so
vindication.
long. Vindication.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want crafting or medicine. I'll let you use crafting, but Zavid needs to aid with medicine.
Okay.
Okay.
So roll a medicine check first, Zavid, with the DC.
Yeah, because left unchecked, Khan was just gonna give him like a cyber draw.
That would also be cool. That's enough for the aid check. So Khan, give me crafting.
All right. What's the aid bonus?
36. Or the aid bonus is 1, but the DC is 36.
You
I'm sure you
got
can
it. Oh,
ace that.
can I ace that?
Another 92 for a 54. Okay. you
Yeah,
describe it.
my aid is just not getting in her way.
There you go. Khan, what do? You make a bionic jaw for this creature?
Yes, I mean she's grafting material from the dead astronaut. But like honestly, just for fun, like there's no reason for it. She's just adding like servos and blinking lights. And she's not like coating the whole like thing in metal, but like at least like kind of where the mutton chop area is, it's just like a slab of metal with blinking lights.
That's so cool. So you get this, you whip up this servo motor jaw mixed with a couple of the bones from that astronaut and get it hooked up. Reese, you get it fused to the bone, and eventually it says,
Thank you, Lord. Haven't been able to put my tongue away in so long.
Got some wicked dry mouth, huh?
Indeed, I am Fafir. I was the crew of the Acreon, but lost my life ages ago. Lost track of time. Where are we? Who are we?
Do we have that download?
yeah,
download
it's a low-level spell.
Yeah, Khan goes like to get all the information in its head.
Suddenly
And
his
then I will-
thing blinks. Like the
I've
Wi-Fi receiver.
changed it to green, friendly. So Fafir, let me change the name. Fafir. The elf Gast has now joined you, and says,
Thank you for the information and saving me. Is there truly a way out of this rock?
We're hoping.
We're going to find one.
We'll make one if we don't.
Know that there are 2 more of my fellow crewmates to the south here, and somewhere around here the spirit of our captain lives on. She's been driven a bit mad by the loneliness.
So, Fafir, you used to be a crew member of a Castrovellian crew,
I was the bosun of the Acreon, yes.
the Acreon. I look over to our android friend. I was like, "Was that your vessel?"
It was actually. I was sent. Oh, and no, I'm sorry, I'm remembering incorrectly. No, that was not my vessel. I came inside the drift rock itself. I was bid by my superiors to get it away from the Temple of the 12.
Oh, okay.
I believe it to be a weapon, and I do not want the forces of Rovagog, the cult of the Devourer, has been after this weapon for some time. I was trying to hide it from them, or potentially destroy it, but we were going to bring it to King Sherik, the Assyrian, to have him decide what to do with the rock. But as you know, we were attacked by these goblins at their bioship. Yes, that is exactly what was happening. We were sent here ostensibly to mine this rock out, but when we got here, we were taken upon by goblins, and when we fled the ship to the interior of the rock, we found Clara here, and we were not sure what her business was here, as we did not speak the same language.
Well, you are now all against the same enemy. Rovagug the Rough Beast, his time has come to try and awaken again. There are gods that are working to hasten this. Thankfully, it looks like there isn't a whole lot of bad blood between your two groups. Whatever grudges that may have existed between your worlds, your empires, whatever, put those aside. We have a bigger foe to face. Can we agree on that?
Yes, I believe so. Indeed, it does seem that the enemy of my enemy is my ally for the time being.
And they both kind of nod and shake hands, Clara and Fafir.
Would you be able to find your other friends and tell them to hold off as we pass?
I mean,
Yes, I can tell them ahead of time, but as long as the Lord here exerts her will, we will follow.
And Fafir runs to the south in this room. I'll open that up for you.
do not underestimate my power.
And Fafir runs in here, and a moment later, you're welcome to follow in. The two passages exit this cavern to the north and one to the northwest, and an incongruous door, more akin to what one would expect to find on an iron naval vessel, stands to the south wall. And again, there are two more of the ghasts, but both of them have their jawbones, even though it's the same image. They introduce themselves as Belas and Voron. It's not super important, but if you wanted their names.
Yeah. I guess Khan will just wave, like, it's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
kind of
Nice to meet you,
Lord of
Lord.
the Flesh will Khan be? Are the names of her subjects important to her, or are they just tools to be used and
a great
cast
question.
aside?
Such a good question.
You did name Ribcage and the other one, I don't remember.
And you did go through the extra effort of giving him a cool jaw that had blinking lights and metal plates that didn't need it.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
You could have just left him jawless.
No way.
Let's see.
Something to think
Yeah,
about, I guess.
in this chamber there is not much gravity, very, very little, and you do see. Give me perception checks, everyone. DC 38.
Yeah. While we're rolling, I definitely think that Khan takes a lot of joy in just making like cool upgrades to all the creatures of flesh.
Mm-hmm. That's a very cool way to go about it.
Yeah.
Combining
It's very-
flesh with
very forward.
technology. Fleshnology.
Fleshnology, yeah.
Zavid, if you want to.
Oh,
roll
sorry, perception?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I was trying to think of a way to use flesh in the word physics. Physics.
Physics.
Uh,
You and Grease both spotted at the same time, but you're kind of talking to Khan about, you're being too proud of Khan to really get.
we're
too
talking about
much into it.
physics.
Physics.
I can't say it.
Reese, you notice that there is a rifle floating in the air high near the top of the chamber, and it is. I'll just for brevity's sake, you can grab it, and it is a laser rifle.
Hell
so
yeah.
it's like your arc rifle, but does force damage.
Cool. He'll just
So you
put
now have
that.
an electricity rifle and a force rifle, and Khan has a flamethrower.
Amazing. He
All
gives the
right.
electricity one over to Spade. Hey, I think
Cool.
you'll have fun with that.
The electricity rifle?
Yeah, the arc rifle that he found last session. I can drop that in your inventory. 1 second.
Oh, this is cool. I'm gonna
Arc rifle,
modify
there you
it as soon as I
Oh, yeah.
am back at our our ship is, our Windseeker.
Windseeker?
I want to
It's
turn it
fun.
into, you know how I can do rip the spirit and it does
Yes.
like spirit. I want to do that. I want
Yeah.
a rifle that does that like all
Yeah.
the time.
That would be so
No,
sick.
that I was just like thinking spirit or force. What would Savi do best with? I'm like, or not spirit, electricity or force. I'm like, oh, electricity. I could do
it's-
electricity. I
I'm
don't
gonna
need
look it
fun
up.
with
Mhm.
that.
I just put it in your inventory, Zavid. It's on your actions tab. It's the very first thing. Arc rifle plus 30, 48 fire.
Nice.
Yep. But there are two more exits in this room. One is a carved out tunnel to the east of Clara, and the other one is a weird metal door to the south, made of that same ceramic metal as the hall, the finished hallways. Where would y'all like to go?
I say we go through the carved hallway first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we go through the ceramic hallway last. That's my
Great.
hot take. My hot take.
Sweet.
For it.
So let's have Khan do that. We can roll over your same stealth from earlier.
Mhm.
So I'll just open this for you. Bam. This chamber is similar to the other excavated caverns within the Drift Rock, with tunnels exiting to the northwest and southeast. The corridors to the north and west are finished and paneled. The northern passage ends after about 50 feet, where the ceiling has collapsed in a wall of fallen rock. And within this corridor, you see wandering around, floating in the center of the chamber, a ghostly apparition with long, wispy black hair and long, sharp claws, with a broken glass helmet around its head and a shredded vacuum suit, just floating around aimlessly within this room.
Very spooky.
Right.
That must be the captain.
I would like to try and communicate with it.
Okay.
We are so insane. In any other game, that's an enemy to fight. And here I'm like, I want to talk to it.
Yeah. Every single one of these so far has been NPCs with stats that you're supposed to fight in the AP.
I exert my power as aspect of spirit and command its attention. I said,
Who are you?
you know who I am. You can feel it. The question is, lost one, who are you?
Forgive my ignorance, Lord. I am Captain Moriko Nash of the Acreon.
And she
Moriko,
bows.
your spirit, I sense, is tormented so. Tell me your story.
I've been confined here, my body not able to find rest. We have not been able to finish our mission. Must deliver the package to Trazin.
And you know that the package is Commander Habiza Escolar, that ghast you found in the Acreon in the ship.
Okay, I
So
will.
you already know what that means.
I nod and I say, the commander needs to return home to Eox, yes.
We were to smuggle her through the diaspora on a fake mining venture to elude the forces of the Rough Beast. We failed.
You have not failed yet. You have only been delayed in your mission.
8,000 years or so, but yeah.
You have a chance now to complete your mission and be at peace. Will you serve me?
Yes.
All
And
right.
Moriko Nash will follow you. Again, yeah, any other campaign and you would be fighting every single one of these. It's very funny.
With these undead together, I'll reiterate the mission parameters and say, this mission failed 20,000 years ago, but you are in luck, for the Rough Beast did not destroy the world. Though it has a chance to do so again, you may complete your mission in this second cycle and be at peace at the end. We will go through here, clear the place out, and when you reach Eox, you'll be able to move on. So I have decreed.
Thank you, Lord.
And they all bow. Even like the ghasts and the Moriko, all of them bow to all of you deeply. This metal door, however, is locked, which is why Fafir and none of the others have been able to get through. Moriko can phase through the wall because she's a ghost, but
Does she have ghost unlock powers?
right, she can't unlock it from the inside. I'm gonna need a
Can
crafting check instead of a thievery. But what do you want to do?
Oh, I was gonna say, I
was
might
just
have
gonna make
spells
a
or magic or something.
Sure, if you got spells or magic, that's also fine.
I was just gonna do a
but
strength
Reese-
check or something on it.
Reese wants to fucking flex on us, so go
Yeah,
for
if
it,
you want to
Reese.
fucking break it down, let's see
Yeah,
it.
athletics or
Sure, athletics would be fine. Let's go 40. That's gonna be hard. Oh my god.
what do you mean
48.
hard?
Jesus. Hey, Zavid, throw in athletics to aid him. I want to see if he can get a 50. You need, I think you need a 40. I just want to see if you can do it. Not quite enough. It's enough for a 1. So you got 49 there, Reese, on your athletics.
He's
Go
just
for
like, oh, you can't get this? Hold on. 1 sec. I learned a trick. And he just like presses his weight against the door, jiggles the handle just like a little bit like it's nothing, and then it just like unlocks.
And it does so. A short hallway leads to a T-junction that goes left and right. But it is completely floor to ceiling in this kind of finished uh, plate metal polystyrene, or not polystyrene, ceramic metal alloy material. Are you stealthing or just walking in?
He can stealth him.
Okay, give me a stealth 38. Or well, I guess just stealth. We'll see what you roll. No specific DC. That's pretty decent. All right. Do you go left or right in this T junction?
Go left.
West. Okay, yeah. So it goes to the end of a hall, and yeah, it just curves to the north. But right as you get to there, you're gonna see something that you're gonna think is really cute, probably.
Okay. It's a little guy. I already love it.
Yeah, yeah. In this long corridor.
As a person who has a little guy at all times.
In stark contrast to the caverns elsewhere inside the drift rock, this chamber looks more like in a room in a gnomish tinker's laboratory. Rather than the unfinished rock of the asteroid, the walls, floor, and ceiling are clad with finished sheets of some polished metallic substance, along with components of unrecognizable equipment. Panels on some of the walls flash with lights and mysterious symbols, and an almost infrasonic hum of unseen machinery pulses through the walls. And you see, wandering around, a small metallic creature that seems to be limping and sparking as it moves.
Reese approaches it, and waves Khan over. I'm like, hey, wanna fix this guy up? He looks like he needs some help. And I can aid with crafting.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and Reese, give me crafting first. You're looking for 30 to aid. That's a criticals, and you're trained, so that's a 2, Con. And you're going to need a 38. More than enough. So, yeah, you're able to quickly find some parts and tools and things in this room, and Reese is able to hold this machine down as you're able to get it fixed. You're learning that this technology is really advanced, much more advanced than anything you'd ever seen on Galarian. But you do manage to get this thing a little bit fixed up.
It's
And
some
let's
Olmec
see.
ideas, though.
Yeah, it is not able to speak, but it looks up to you. And let me see. Decipher the symbols on the walls. It's got Okay, so it starts to beep at all of you, and it begins to start moving in a pattern, like up and down the hallways. It's patrol. That's the word I was looking for. It starts to patrol up and down the hallways instead of limping and sparking as it was before. It appears that you have fixed up the security robot, and so it has immediately gone back to its pre-programmed rounds.
Cool. Reese is just gonna. Boop, 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 boop.
Now let's see here. Does anyone have lore engineering? Khan would probably be the only one with that.
I don't think I have it.
I mean,
I have.
Lore,
Yeah, I don't have
I
lore
mean,
engineering.
Okay.
let's say Reese can pre-prepare to have lore for engineering because space is a new frontier.
That's fair. That's fair. Okay, I'll allow that. Let's see. Let's get you a lore. Desert Druid sailing. Let's change it
Swap
to.
it out.
Yeah, swap that out to engineering. So I have done so. So go ahead and roll one of those. It looks like you're at a plus 20, I guess. Yeah. Oh my God, 42. Jesus, that was actually enough. I set the
Perfect.
DC to 40. Holy crap! I didn't think you were gonna hit that.
Flexing.
So let me see. A PC who studies the machinery can attempt to identify with a DC 50 crafting arcana or a DC 40 lore engineering check to identify technology or magic. If successful, the PCIe realizes that the advanced technology is not seen on Galarian, and that it seems to primarily deal with monitoring the status and operation of a larger unknown system located elsewhere. So this machinery here does not seem like this is meant to control things within this rock here. This seems like it is meant to control a vast, vast array of systems somewhere else that this connects to. And you remember that when Khan walked up to that hallway to the north, she found that it ended after about 100 feet, and it looked like it was the drift rock was torn off of something. So you get the idea that whatever this was torn off of was controlled from this place here. Excuse me.
Reese basically makes a mental note and then waves Khan over and it's just like, So this was meant for something else. I think what you noticed before we entered, it was attached to. Because this technology does not belong to this rock. Initially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it got brought in from elsewhere?
Pretty much.
The other thing you notice, Reese, is there is another door just to your northwest there. You probably noticed the big black square.
Yes.
Yeah, there is another door there.
He goes to just try to, like, open it like regular without any strength check.
Yep, there is a panel with a button on the side that you're able to open up, and
I'm not gonna break a door if I don't need to. Hey, dead
you
body.
don't, yep, you don't need to break this door. The closed hatch to
Ooh,
this
dead body.
room has been barricaded
Dead
from the
body.
inside, and let's see. When you open it up, you see that there is a body that the vacuum suit is all ripped up, and the glass helmet is broken on the front, just like Moriko, the ghost. So you very quickly are able to suss out that this is the body of the captain.
Alright. I'm gonna check the body to see if there's anything that I can bring back to the spirit of the captain.
Yes, she is wearing another vac suit that is perfectly usable with a force field, though the force field's battery is depleted, but you all have other batteries. She's also carrying 2 more Eoxy and med packs.
Cool.
And then her. That's it, yeah, 2 more med packs.
Okay, I'll take
So,
the
who did I
med
get?
packs
Yep,
and the spacesuit if she wants to float around in her old spacesuit, you know.
Yash, great. So, Eoxy and med packs. Let's give Reese 2 a dim. Inventory. There we go. Deoxy and med packs. 2. Great. Perfect. Those are very helpful med packs, but that's pretty much all you find in here is the captain's body and those med packs.
Okay. Just kind of goes out and takes this. It's just like, so I found the captain's body, so I think I should return the suit to her, see what she wants to.
Let's just take the whole body out of here.
Yeah.
Because it'll help put her to rest if remains aren't just trapped on this
Yeah.
rock. So
The body's part of the map, so I can't move it or anything,
We're
but
just
we'll
gonna
say you
pretend
can
we're
move
carrying
it.
I
Yeah.
just my shadow
Hmm.
envelops underneath it and it sinks into the
Oh,
shadow.
that's so
Perfect.
cool. But yeah, she's part of the map. I can't actually remove her, but she is removed. So the rest of this hallway,
Oh yeah, there's more
Oh,
of the
yeah.
hallway.
yeah, there's more over here, goes on this way. The various lights and controls on the machinery in this room provide dim light. This chamber seems torn between 2 worlds. Its southeastern half is an unfinished rock wall, while the northwestern portion of the room is finished with the same ceramic metallic plating found in other areas with the security robot.
Oh, okay.
And there is like a computer, like a desk and a control panel and
yeah,
shit here.
he's gonna go and investigate that since, you know, would my engineering
Okay.
carry over from that?
Actually, yeah, that was really high, but I do want Khan to either give crafting or Arcana for a DC of 50.
Yeah, let's do Arcana.
Okay.
Just to change it up around here.
Yeah.
What's the DC again?
50.
50.
Ooh, not enough.
Ooh.
Ooh, fun. If the PCs fail to check by 5 or more, it triggers a malfunction in the console. Good
Do
times.
it.
If anyone
do it.
fails the computer check to access it by 5 or more, the console has set a shock in the trigger. Yes, so Khan, I need you to no reflex save on this one.
Okay.
Because you already failed. You take 32 points of electricity damage as this broken console shocks you.
Yeah.
Whoa,
You see,
whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa,
this
whoa, let
Khan's,
me-
you see Khan's skeleton just, like, flicker in and out, just like... How much was that? 32?
32 points of damage, yes.
Okay.
it's just-
I rolled really high. I rolled 5d10. I got a 7, a 9, 9, 5, and 2.
let me try that. So what do I need to roll?
Engineering lore, and I'm gonna say it's a 35 DC, so less than earlier. 33. Zavid, can you give aid or guidance or something?
I can do guidance and an aid if you'd like.
Perfect. Yeah. Give crafting, I guess.
Crafting.
You need a 30 for this to work. 36.
Well, watch
That's
out.
just enough for Reese to slink up into a success.
I
So,
think like when he goes towards it, he anticipates because he sees a little bit of the electricity, but he waits a moment before like he touches it.
okay. You learned that.
Wait a minute. Electricity, lightning. Don't you have some sort of
Oh, he
resistance
does.
or immunity to that?
You're wearing your Taiga Lenorm armor.
That
No,
is
Reese
true.
does. Yeah.
I like
you're-
my Taiga Lenorm earrings.
Oh yeah, those might offer a little bit. Let's double check. Let's see. They're the blood earrings, I think. Truth. This is the. Oh, I think that'd be like frozen. Frozen. A lot of stuff. Frozen Taiga Lenorm earrings. There they are. These 15 resistance to electricity. Give yourself 15 hit points back. Or take away
Yay.
15 wounds, I should say.
Mhm.
So, Reese, what you learn is you do verify that this drift rock is it's designed to operate minor subsystems of some larger structure or device, though the control room is no longer connected to that structure. The exact nature of the missing structure remains a mystery, though references to systems such as backup power transmission, maneuvering thrusters, and auxiliary fire control hints that it may have been some sort of space-based weapon system. In addition, the data reveals that these systems and the control room itself are incredibly ancient, possibly even millions of years old. In fact, it appears that the drift rock is not just an asteroid that was repurposed as a control center, but that it was a part of the larger structure that was designed and artificially constructed at the same time as the machinery and controls here. And if all of that is true, then the drift rock represents a find of major significance, for not only is it a piece of heretofore unknown technology of exceedingly advanced age, but the larger structure it was once a part of may still be somewhere among the stars, waiting to be found.
So Reese just kind of like, can I just do like a society on top of that? Just
Sure.
because I feel like he wouldn't know all of that information. I feel like he would probably like have to take a hot
Absolutely.
minute.
Oh, look at that. Natural 19 for a 51. Abso-fucking-lutely. So you know everything I just said. You figured this all out.
So he like looks at it, he's like touching things and everything and looking at the way that like things are written because it's with language and everything. And he turns around to Khan and just goes, "We just found one of the most incredible pieces of technology I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is like millions of years old. Like, if we understand and learn how to work this, Khan, you will be the coolest rat in space. More than already."
I was
I
gonna
was
say
about
you're
to say, I was
implying
about to
something
say.
there.
I must find and kill this cool rat.
There can only be one.
So what's the technology? You didn't tell us what it does.
It's a battle system, essentially.
Like a space weapon, like a laser or something?
Yes, like a space laser weapon. I don't know the exact details, but from what I can tell of what these controls look like they were supposed to be, and the way that things are hooked up, it's a giant weapon.
Okay. Do we have any idea about the capabilities of this weapon? Like how powerful it is?
No.
No, unfortunately, but I'm sure the more we go on, we might be able to tell. We've
I
only
want to
just
ask
reached the
our
surface.
guests, our undead friends, and our
Mhm.
android friend if they know anything about the true purpose of this rock and this weapon system.
Clara looks reluctantly when you ask this, and she says, I believe I do have some inkling of what it is. It has been referred to in our whispers as the Stellar Degenerator, a massive weapon capable of deleting stars. I was sent to hide this piece of it. We were under the apparently misinformed assumption that this was the control room of the generator itself, the weapon, but
Apparently it has redundant systems, and I was a fool to think that hijacking this rock would save the universe.
Well, the universe is still here, so
You're no fool.
I would
Thank
say
you.
I would not call yourself a failure quite yet.
I
It does
appreciate
it raises an interesting question though. Namely, where is the rest of it?
This I do not know. I hijacked this piece of broken rock from the middle of in the middle of an orbit, and I brought it here to the diaspora before we were set adrift. I do not know from where it comes originally. All I know is that it has been whispered that it's focused on the Gate of the 12 Stars, or the Gate of the 12, the Gate of the 12.
And where's the Gate of the 12?
You don't know, she doesn't know.
Mm.
No rolls. You don't know.
Okay.
Damn, we just don't know.
Reese is gonna continue on.
Okay. That one is actually unlocked. You can just press a button, Star Trek style, and it will open up a small hallway that has another door just to the east. This one will require either a crafting or a thievery check to unlock.
He calls for Khan.
You got it. And she's just like,
40.
cracking her knuckles.
Thievery or crafting.
I'm gonna put Savid over with the captain since you were talking with her.
Sure.
Here's a crafting.
36. Ooh, not enough. This one kind of it zaps you again, Con. So let me see. But you have 15 resistance to this, so that'd be 13. Take 13 damage
You got it.
off of 28 as you get zapped again. But you can try again, DC 40.
We just hear Khan fucking cussing from the other. Motherfucker.
Right.
Yeah, I'll try again.
Can
Actually,
I
so
aid
be
in
like,
any form?
Sure,
I
you
was
can
about
aid.
to say, Grease, can you just grab this electrode right over here? It's
Yeah,
going
no
to be fine.
worries.
Trust
He
me.
just touches it like it's nothing.
Okay, then the DC is 38. I'm going to reduce it. Since the electricity is just going to go through Reese's arms.
Dang.
I think 41, that's enough. Okay.
I've
You
never
finally-
met someone more grounded.
With its vaulted ceilings and smooth stone floor, this sprawling cavern has the appearance of a primitive shuttle hangar or landing bay, an impressive impression reinforced by the presence of a starship taking up the majority of
Oh,
the space. Only the western wall is finished with the ceramic metallic plating found elsewhere in the complex. The remainder of the cavern is hemmed by natural rock walls. Huge doors stand in the eastern wall of the chamber, doors easily big enough to accommodate the starship parked in front of them. Of more immediate interest, however, are the two elf bodies splayed on the floor just inside the western doors, their internal organs spread artfully on the floor around the corpses.
Artfully, huh?
Reese just goes, normally I'd be kind of hot. The open window was not enough for him. He just goes, normally I'd say this is disgusting, but I don't know if it's just being around you. And he kind of laughs. It's just like, it's kind of pretty in a way. Yeah, disturbing.
Give me perception checks, everyone.
Mm.
Wow.
Oh, by the way, I had my character in the other room because I was bringing the body back to
Yeah.
the spirit and saying like, we will bring your body back to your home world. Just so that they know that they won't be doomed to remain here.
Thank you.
It's a perception.
Yes.
Let's see. Nope.
Well, Con, you happen to notice on the ceiling of this chamber, even though normally you would think you wouldn't be able to take your eyes off this ship, you happen to notice attached to the ceiling is a strange yellow winged creature with the head of a lamprey, slowly creeping across the ceiling.
Ooh.
It doesn't appear to. I mean, it appears to know you're there. It's creeping across the ceiling, but it hasn't noticed that you see it.
That is a really cool design. Oh my gosh.
Isn't it sweet?
You gotta steal that for some sort of game.
I'm probably gonna steal a lot of Pathfinder shit
Yeah.
for Spelljammer or Starjam or what? Fuck it, whatever.
Spelljam.
I'm stealing things. I'm a thief.
Yeah.
All right.
Steal it all.
Now we know.
So what do you do?
I think she's just gonna like elbow her pals and like kind of point her ears in the
And
direction of.
As she does that, all of you notice this creature slowly slinking across the ceiling. You have probably a short moment before it does something.
Yeah.
All right. I want to cast a spell at it. I think.
Sweet. I have not made an attackable NPC, I don't think. Let me double
Gonna
check.
nature check it.
Yeah, I haven't. Sure, nature. Go ahead. DC of 38.
Nope.
29. Nah, no idea.
It's something.
You don't know what this is. Anyone can
It-
try that, though.
This
Yeah,
thing
sure.
is
Well, Colin, you can
up
use
on the
Arcana.
ceiling. You said.
It is.
Where is it on the map? Like which?
Just to the south of the ship's wing. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. There, now it's visible.
Okay, now this is this the map kind of just ends the ship hanging off of it. Is that like space or is this the inside of a big
it's
dark
the inside
interior?
of a hangar. There's more
Okay.
of that chamber there, and then there's two giant like doors to the west. It just cut or to the east. It just cuts off there.
Okay, got it. I'm gonna cast Repelling Pulse,
Oh, nice.
which is a 5th level spell. You unleash a powerful pulse of telekinetic power, and the pulse violently hurls creatures away from you. Oh, this is a 30-foot emanation from myself. I don't want to do that because that'll hurt everybody. I thought it was like a pulse forward,
repulse,
you know.
of course. I see what you're saying. But yeah, it's 5, 10, it's like 30 feet from you, but straight up.
Okay. Let me find a different an alternative here because I thought I was gonna go with that.
Oh, but Con, you rolled a 39. That's enough. You recognize that this is an outsider, an extraplanar outsider. It is probably just a predator that lives within the diaspora. Like this is probably just a normal creature for this area. It's just
Yeah,
weird
it's
to
just
you.
like-
It's weird and alien to you.
Just like, the space equivalent of like
A pigeon.
pitch.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just a space cave pigeon thing.
Oh, I got something. All right, I'm gonna be bait. I'm gonna walk out and
Nice.
pretend like I don't see it.
Okay. As you do, you walk near the wing of this ship, and it leaps off of the ceiling directly at you with its teeth bared. What do you do?
I wait for it to try and attack
Sweet.
me.
Okay. So let's go with it. Natural 1 for a 29.
God.
Look at that.
Wow.
Perfect. That's so funny. Can I? Yeah, that's very funny. Natural 1. It completely critically misses and it slams into the ground because you sidestep because you knew it was there, obviously. So
Can
you're just-
I use a spell even though because it says the trigger as a creature damages you, but the text says you curse the target with your outrage at being attacked. It did attack me, even though
I'm
it
fine
didn't.
with that. In this moment, it's
Alright.
cool.
So it needs to make a will save. I'm casting Blinding Fury as a reaction.
Oh, great. Let's go.
It's a curse emotion mental spell. I don't know if it has any immunities to any of
It
that.
does not. It
Okay.
rolled a 30. I think that is way below your DC. Your DC's 39. Yeah, it fails.
Okay. So for 1 minute, the target cannot observe me. Every time the target damages me, it can't observe me until the end of. Wait. Oh, sorry. For 1 minute, every time the target damages me, it can't see me until the end of its turn.
Cool.
So basically, I have become invisible to it every time it hits me.
It slams into the ground and it has little stars above its head. Woo, 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 and now it can't see you. What do the rest of you do? Con and Reese, it is on the ground
I
and
am-
sort of dazed.
Going to warp step my way over.
Great.
And just go yoink, and Reese just kind of flies over. Like super fast. And is
That's very
right
funny.
next to me and just goes, so do we kill it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just roll your attack in chat and give yourself a +2. Again, I don't have an attackable NPC for this.
That's fine. Let's do
Oh my god. 50, that'll be a crit. So hold shift and just roll your damage. And Con, if you want to get an attack in while at the same time, you can.
Yeah.
You know what? I can throw a dummy just thing on the tracker, just so you can get your crit on. There we go. Attack that A there, Con, if you see it.
Yes, I see it.
Oh, I need to give it off guard so you can have your huge. There you go. Just attack the A.
Yep.
Good lord, Reese, 64 damage. Was that your longsword? Yes.
Yep.
God, Con. 50 for another critical. Oh my god. This is gonna be gross. So just throw the damage on there.
Mhm.
85 damage. So 85 plus Reese's 64 is like 130. This thing's dead. Yeah, that. What did the two of you do?
Reese just like goes and chops its head off.
Yeah, with very little effort, you are able to, because this thing hit the ground as Zavid sidestepped it, not realizing all three of you knew where it was. You're able to dispatch the Garaga call with essentially no effort at all. Demigods, yo, level 18. So no initiative need to be rolled for that. This room is clear at this point, and you get the sense that this creature is what made took the guts of those two dead elves and artfully splayed them upon the floor.
Reese gonna do something kind of fucked. So Reese is going to take its head and just like, by the weird little snout or whatever, and like assuming there's probably a metal pike or something around.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just going to put it on top of it. There you go.
As a
Now you're
warning.
the art piece.
Love
He
it.
walks
That's
back.
great.
Well, what exactly is this thing? Do we know?
You can. Oh yeah, Con rolled Arcana for that. It is a Garaga call. It's an outsider. It's basically an ambush predator that is native to the diaspora. It's like a bat,
It's-
basically.
Yeah, it's just something that lives here.
The
So it's
Oman
not
of. Sorry, the Sultan of Oman lives in Zanzibar now. It's just where he lives. So this is just where he lives here.
Yep.
Okay. Well, this is their ship, I believe. I wonder if it's still in working condition. Can we get inside?
You can pretty quickly find a control panel and open the door, and you see that the lights and gravity and all seem to be working. I can throw you on this map. Give me just a second.
Fusion powered shit. This is so crazy.
Not Danny, though. Delete her. Great. Welcome all to the Sunrise Maiden, a massive ship that is within the Drift Rock, and you are able to open the doors and free this ship. It is now yours, essentially.
Oh my god.
Another massive ship with another nuclear-powered thorium this time, energy source at the bottom. There's a cabin fit for 6 people, and all of which can even have a cryostasis type thing. So you can go under for long periods of time, have it go on autopilot, that sort of thing. There's a mess hall, kitchen, and the cabin, or not cabin, the bridge is at the very north side. But welcome y'all to your new ship.
Holy shit.
Yippee!
Shippy.
Indeed.
My new empire. Your new empire?
My new empire. Yes, but Ibiza comes in after you and says, "This is quite a find. I believe with this, the power of this machine plus or this vessel plus your sailing ship out there, we should be able to tow the drift rock all the way back to Eox, to Trzin and King's Jarek."
Sounds perfect.
All right. We gather up everybody.
Great.
And,
we can do that.
I kind of lean on the undead. They know the ship. They know how to work it. So I kind of look to their dead captain, the ghost, and say, "As you were, Captain, resume your mission parameters."
Thank you. It is nice to be back aboard the Maiden once more.
And Moriko Nash, the ghost, immediately swoops up into the bridge and begins working with Commander Hibiza, who has a specific code, just like the coordinates to the drift rock that Khan had. You need very specific coordinates to do space travel in Pathfinder slash Starfinder. You can't just kind of cruise, drive around. So for brevity's sake, I'm going to be able to just push this forward if that's all right with y'all.
Yep.
Sure, but
Great.
for flavor,
But yeah, for
I
flavor, what do you want to
imagine
do while you're in the
that
ship?
the tormented soul of the captain, who looked very monstrous when she was still stuck in the rock, I imagine her features begin to soften as she looks more like herself in life as she resumes her post and takes command of the ship that has given her so much torment in the past. Being able to finally have a corporeal crew that listens to her commands and a way off the rock to resume her mission, maybe gives her back her purpose. And so that, like, because every undead, especially ghosts, they look weird, and the reason is because of how they died and the regret that they have left behind. So that regret leaving makes her look more like she was when she was alive, I feel like.
I love that. She looks much more at peace, but not enough to be at peace yet. But she looks completely natural in her post at that bridge, commanding all of the rest of the undead Fafir and all the others. Some of the skeleton crew could even come in to fill some of the posts. You have the Windseeker following close behind. You have the Acreon trailing behind the Drift Rock. You're able to chain the Drift Rock up to the back of the Sunrise Maiden, enter in these coordinates, and begin to take off.
Yeah.
Is there anything any one of you want to do while on the ship? We're gonna kind of skip ahead a bit because it's a long trip. But if there's anything you want to do during this trip, you can. I'm gonna give you a long rest regardless.
Sweet.
I don't know if there's. Oh yes, I want to alter the arc rifle.
Okay. To do what?
So the Rip the Spirit spell, I looked it up. It does. It's an older spell, so it does negative damage against
An older
living
spell, but it
creatures
checks
with a
out, so-
soul. So what I would like it to do is void damage to creatures. Specifically, I think there's a bonus. Let me double check. Basically, if they have a soul, it's like more.
That's great. No, I'm cool with that. You can try rolling religion, and Khan can do crafting for that. Let's see, a DC of 42 for each of you.
Yeah, it says you supernaturally rip the spirit from a living creature's body, dooming the target to pain and death. They take 5d6 negative damage from a 5th level spell, depending on a fort save, and it's drained 1 if it fails its save. The effect is based on how many actions you spend when you cast the spell. So that just changes like the
Shape?
either it's 30 feet. What's up?
The shape or something?
Yeah, but it could also increase if you do 2 actions. It increases it to 10d6 instead of 5, so you could double the damage. And then if you do 3 actions, it's 5d6, but in a 30-foot emanation. I don't need all that. I'm thinking I want to supercharge it to do negative damage like the spell would, just every time you fire it. So like
seems doable.
every 1 action be 5d6. Is that a thing we could do, or is that too strong?
That seems fine.
Okay.
Yeah, so religion and arcana, DC of 42. Or I mean crafting, not arcana.
I'm gonna use a hero point on that. Since
Sure.
this would be my weapon, I want to make sure I do a good job. Okay, I'm gonna use another hero point.
Yep, sure. You need like a...
Okay, I'm gonna use another hero point.
You have lucky gig.
I had
you
a
could
lot.
Use that once. You did? Okay.
Oh, I haven't done that yet, but
I'll
you
let
know
you use
what?
that lucky gig on one. So roll one
Yeah.
free for once.
Okay,
Oh,
and
there
then
was a free one.
and then you said 40 was the minimum I needed, yeah?
Yeah, say 40.
Okay.
There we go.
All right, so a 2, a 4, 3, and a 5. The 5 got it, so I'll go with the 5 if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. So Khan, crafting of 40 as well.
Okay.
Lord.
This will be worth it. That's a cool weapon.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. So you're able to make this conversion to this weapon, imbuing it with your own magics. Arc rifle, I'm going to change that from fire to, what is it, void now?
Void, yeah.
Void. Yeah, it's void tech arc rifle. So let's call this the void arc rifle. Yeah, there you go. Cool. 48 void magic. Check it out. Cool.
Nice.
So you're able to make that conversion. Is there anything Reese wants to do in the sort of dayish that you have,
No, not really.
Con?
Mhm.
Is there anything you would like to do on the ship while you're headed to the planet of Eox?
Um, cool. Did we bring anyone? Did we bring like those cool ghouls with us?
Yes.
She's just like making like repairs to their like bodies or whatever. She's making them cool like cyber ghouls.
Oh, that's awesome. I
I
won't make you
think
roll
all
since you did that already. Hmm?
I think also we might impress upon them that we know that they've been undead for a long time and they are under no obligation to stay undead once they've completed the mission. But Rovagug is still a threat, and if they wanted to serve a little bit longer under us, they could continue their work for just a little bit longer until the end of this next event, then be at rest.
That's
So,
very
like,
cool.
give them the option of, like, you could go at rest, no one would judge you for it, but if you wanted to fight, we would welcome you.
Right. Now that I have given you all a long rest, I need everyone to roll a will save. Zavid, you need to roll 2 of them, DC of 39.
All right.
That was
There's one.
Danny fails, Zavid passes, Reese passes,
I'm
Zavid
sad.
passes. So, oh, Con, that is a critical failure. So if you want, you can hero point it or not, or you could just take it.
I'm just gonna take it. It's been a while
Also-
since she had ultra
Yes.
ADHD.
I don't remember if you are incorporating this or not, but you said we have different effects when we're not on Galarian. Isn't that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
That has not taken effect right this
Yeah.
second.
Okay, got it.
That will come into play, and thank you for reminding me, but right this second, that is not a thing. So yeah, Con, you wake up really distracted. You're thinking about all this technology that you had no idea existed, this hyper advanced stuff that you just found on this ship that you're on, in the drift rock, the stuff Reese was telling you. What is this giant thing that it controls? Your brain is going a million miles an hour. Danny is cooking breakfast, and oh, I need to roll something for that. Let's see.
Let her cook.
Let her cook. Sell its ire? No, it's necromancer possession. Okay. So I want one of you to roll for her. Someone roll a d20 publicly, no modifiers. I don't care who.
How's that?
1. Okay. So Danny comes out to breakfast, and she starts to serve all of you. And when she normally would say, "Good morning, everybody," she says, "Dova Kane Fusroda," because Danny can only speak Draconic for today, as she failed.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't
that's
remember. I don't remember any of the Draconic that I spoke when I was stuck in that language, unfortunately.
Reese, just knowing the pigeon draconic,
Mhm.
just goes, "Good morning. You're stuck in draconic."
I know, I thought it was a little weird, but I'm just kind of going with it. Morning, Con.
And you speak Draconic, so you just understand her.
Yeah, good morning.
This is gonna be like when I don't know if anyone's ever been to another country where you have to like practice the language, and so you're just like, me llamo,
Me llamo
Yeah.
Zavid.
Zavid is trying to practice his Draconic, but he's barely. He's got like a little instruction booklet with him, and he keeps
Yeah.
like looking up stuff.
Oh, that's great. So, after a while, I guess it would be Commander Hibiza comes up to you and says,
The captain has informed me that we are approaching Eox. It should be quite a view from the front if you'd like to come see.
Actually, I do have one thing I kind of forgot about because I forgot that Reese, did get that check. With the technology from what he saw from that master weapon, essentially, and the technology here, is this still newer technology than that?
the ship you're on?
Yeah.
Significantly newer.
Okay.
Yeah, this ship is only air quotes, only 20,000 years
Like
old.
20,000 years old.
Yeah, whereas the stuff in the drift rock is potentially millions of years old.
Okay.
So, like, compared to that, this is an extremely new technology, this ship here.
Okay.
But compared to you guys, this ship is ancient technology. So,
Okay.
the deep time is a little confusing.
You said
But
right?
yes, you're able to get to the bridge, and as Hibiza said, there is quite a view as this massive gray sphere with a huge gouge taking out nearly a fifth of the entire planet, allowing you to see a molten lake of lava underneath comes into view. It's not actually two planets, that's just two different views of the same planet. Um,
Also, can you move Khan's thing? I accidentally put a pointer thing when I.
oh, yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
Pointers remove. There you go.
Thank you.
But yes, this is what you see in front of you, this massive planet. And as it spins and as you orbit it, you can see that there is, again, this massive scoop taken out of it. And you also see that there's almost like a ring, a misshapen ring of mountains that the ship seems to be approaching.
Is it that like squiggly shape on the planet view on the right?
Yes, I will point to it.
It looks like a big wall, like an
Yeah.
earthen wall.
Yeah, it's like a giant, massive earthen wall that you are heading towards. And Hibiza says, "We are approaching the gallery of Solemnance. From orbit and above, it just seems like a walled ring, but it is actually a vast under subterranean palace for the king. It is run by the archivist Trezin. It is somewhat of a museum of sorts. Hopefully, they are still there. As you say, it has been quite a long time.
Who's saying this again?
Hibiza Escalar. I can share her. Let me see. Commander.
Ibiza is the
She's
ghast, the
gas that you
package.
found in the package. She was the one that was trying to be smuggled in under the pretense of it being a mining expedition. Like, they were being very secretive about getting her to Eox. But, and she's the one telling you about all of this, and she says, well, hopefully that either they are still there or their descendants, something. I'm not sure what we are likely to see down there, but when last I was here, it was essentially a museum and a palace.
If the king is still ruling over Eox, I am sure that he will remember us, given that our one encounter was at the end of the previous age, where the world was about to be destroyed. I think we should be good to. I think we'll be all right. And if they do not remember you, they sure as hell remember the Drift Rock.
Yep.
Indeed, hopefully they will. Very well. Bringing it out of orbit, landing within the Solemnance crater.
As Captain Moriko Nash, the ghost, begins lowering you out of orbit.
Please fasten your seatbelts. Put your tray tables in the upright position.
As the entire ship begins to shake. You're going to need to leave the Windseeker in orbit, probably, just for the sake of it not being shaken apart. But eventually you do land within this crater. And I don't have an image of the crater itself, but... Oh, this should have fog water, sorry.
And my tray table up. And my seat back in the
full
full upright
upright
position.
position.
Exactly, yeah.
I did that entire thing in, like, comedic interpretation of literature in high school, like for debate club or whatever, and won an award in state. That was fun.
That's funny.
All 11 minutes of it.
Oh my god.
It's a good song skit.
It is. It's great. I'm just trying to cut open a little bit of Fog of War, so I'm kind of riffing for a second. Sorry. Because I want you to see the outside of this map, but not the inside. I am nearly done. Okay, there we go. Now I will drop you. As you're approaching the ground, you see that there is a somewhat large building. Kind of wide, maybe 200-300 feet wide, that the ship lands in front of. There's a bit of a courtyard. And I'll drop you on here now. And then I can put Hibiza, because she's going to be very important here. But she's not that tall. And I'll share now. There you go. So what you see is this building surrounded by, as far as you can see in the distance, it's nothing but dead gray rock. But here, in just this one spot, there's a large rectangle where there does appear to be some green plants that grow under a like a bit of a blue energy shield. It's almost like it's a greenhouse made out of electricity on top of these plants.
Oh, and everything stops being all black. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it's taking a second to load for us. Oh,
Sure.
I think.
Oh, there we go.
How's it
Got
going?
a lot of fog of war, but we see the
A lot of fog of
map now.
war, yes. But so you should be at the south, the very south center. And you see that there is a small step up with a door. And Himbiza says, I think the best thing to do would be to knock, yes?
I would advise, I guess.
So she walks up and knocks loudly 3 times. And for a moment, nothing happens.
I go back up to the door after a moment. I go, sometimes you have to do a secret knock. So I do like the vaudeville, dun, 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 and I see if that
About a
conjures
second
a
later,
response.
you see an iris on the door open up, and it appears to be like one large eye. And you hear in a language that you recognize as Castrovelli, but you do not. Or no, wait, no, not Castrovelli. This guy would be speaking Necril, actually, so you understand him perfectly. You see this eye open in an iris, and in Necril, a weird dialect of Necril, but you understand it. It says, "Who are you? What is your business in the Solemnance galleries?" And
I look
Hibisa
to
says,
Hibisa, yeah.
Oh no, so I guess she does speak Necril, and she says, I am Commander Hibisa Escolar. I have business with Trizin and King Jarek. My news is for their ears only." And it goes, the eye, enter. The door opens for you, and I'm just going to reveal all of this at once. Ooh. Standing before you, in this small hallway, is a man made out of metal. Woolly metal from head to toe. All of these pieces are held together by energy, as though they were magnetized. A large metal halo around his head. He looks to you and he says, "We have waited a long time, Commander. Welcome. Who are your friends? I am Trizin the Archaeovist. Please enter."
I am Zavid.
Entering. Sorry. He just goes, reskilled leaf.
And I'm Con.
And it is nice to meet any of you who are along with Commander. We have awaited your arrival for many a year. Please enter. Welcome to the gallery. This is the King's private collection. Do not touch. We will know if you do. And as you look around, I want you to give me like Arcana or religion or society, whatever check you want, just to just see some stuff, because there's so many things here. It's almost overwhelming. There are ships, there are weapons, there are stuffed animals, there are weapons and armors and skeletons. Oh, nat 20, Con. Good lord.
Third of the game.
Oh my god, another
And
nat 20.
Zavid. Wow. Okay. So let's see here. And Reese, you got a 46 on society. God.
Can I just
Okay.
say that a 14 is a 46, but a nat 20 in crafting is 47 for Zavid?
And a 57 for Con, which is
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
high.
because crafting is intelligence, which is my lowest, and I'm
Mhm,
only
mhm.
master. I'm not legendary.
Yeah. So Reese, I'll tell you, one of the first things you see is you see a crown. It's about a fist-sized scarab beetle wrought from gold and set with prismatic gems that shimmer with different colors.
Oh, I
sa-
recognize that.
You do. It is the sacred relic once sat upon the brow of Ma'at, the forgotten Assyrian, the song pharaoh. It is said that this scarab twitched in response to falsehoods.
Ooh.
And then let's see. Religion, Zavid, you find a very
It
interesting
was
thing.
crafting, not religion.
Oh, you was crafting? Let's see.
Yes. Looking
That's
for cool machinery and
There we
arcana
go,
tech.
yeah. You found a crown made out of cogs and ticking clockwork, and it's tick, 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 tick. It's a halo-like headpiece made of concentric spinning gears that shift into strange alignments as planar tides fluctuate. It basically, excuse me, as like the planes and the gravity fluctuates, it will change itself. And it's believed to have been worn by a now lost high priest of Alceta, the goddess of doorways. And it occasionally opens small, spontaneous rifts to other times or realities for just an instant. Now, what did I want Khan to find? Because you got a really high number. Let's see. Yeah, sure. You see, encased in a magically reinforced stasis of ice is the perfectly preserved corpse of a mammoth, named Goromoon, the woolly mammoth companion of the very first Mammoth Lord. The beast's tusks are etched with early Ulfin runes detailing battles and blood oaths. Visitors, and you can swear you hear soft, low trumpeting if you stand too close to it. But that's just a taste of the things that are in here. It's thousands and thousands and thousands, much more than you can even see on this map. It's like a very, very overwhelming place to be in. But just the sheer amount of things and cultural history of Galarian, ancient technological, just the stuff that's here is mind-boggling.
Yeah, I think Con is just like looking around, just very astounded that all this awesome stuff is here. Like not just like cool space stuff, but stuff from Galarian specifically.
Oh yeah.
That is part of something that strikes you as strange, that a lot of this, almost everything here comes from Galarian, and you're on a completely different planet. Like, what is up with that?
Part of Reese
Oh.
just wants to be like, that beetle should return to my just like,
It shouldn't be in a museum.
yeah,
It belongs.
it
It belongs to
belongs.
us.
So I look as I'm like looking at these amazing sort of contraptions and stuff. I want to speak to our host. Trezin, you
Yes.
serve the king, yes?
Indeed, King Jarek Assyrian, first of his name, all Pharaoh of Garund.
And King Jarek is still active and the monarch of this planet, Eox, or just this area?
He is indeed still monarch of Eox, but as far as active, this would not be a truth. He has been under energy-saving stasis for quite a while.
Is there a purpose for this energy stasis saving?
There is our species, the former Castrovelli elves who fled Galarian, had to resort to dire means. As you know, this planet has very little atmosphere. When we came here as refugees, the solar winds gave us cancers, tumors, deaths, diseases of the blood. We sought out a deal with a goddess named Bree, goddess of clockwork. She allowed us to undergo a process called biotransference, so our flesh was made necrodermis, neither living nor undead, nor construct.
Is there a condition for the king to reawaken and resume his duties?
We knew that the time would come when the conjunction would happen once more. He was there during the previous. He will be there for the next. It would seem fate has brought you to us. Perhaps it is time.
If you are in danger of being reprimanded for waking him early, perhaps we will make a official request to wake him, as we believe that this has to do directly with the conjunction, and so having him awaken now will give him enough time to prepare for the alignment.
I concur. I do not believe I will be reprimanded by the king. Once you are done viewing the artifacts, follow me.
The king is just like sleeping in a pod, like 5 more
Oh,
minutes.
shoot. Me.
But eventually, Jarek leads you into this room, which Reese, if obviously filled with Osiriani artifacts, mummies. Like you can see it on the map. It's all Egyptian stuff.
Yep.
And as a reminder, King Jarek Assyrian looks like this. He had long white hair. He was a monk, technically, who fought with a Kopesh. You met him in the ancient past. And Trazin walks into this room and comes up to this sarcophagus with a large lion or a big cat on it. And he says, "It is finally time. After all of these thousands of years, the king rises once more, presenting his honorable All-Pharaoh of Garund, High King Jarek Assyrian." And Trazin presses a series of keys on this this console before the sarcophagus. Steam leaks out. It pushes back, lands on the floor, and sitting up from it is not what you would expect. In place of an elf, there is a man made of metal. The headdress made of sharpened adamantine, glowing green orbs holding a cloak behind him. He sits up, takes off his golden death mask, and says, "I see it this time. You have woken me, Trazin. You, all of you, return to me. Lux Et Umbra, yes?
Good morning, King Jarek.
Good morning, Zavid.
Can you pull up the map?
I
I
can.
accidentally closed it out.
No problemo. Fantasy Grounds is just a little slow, so give me a second.
Yep.
But he says, "Good morning, David. It is good to be seeing your face again. Con, lovely as always. And Reese,
Oh, stop, you flirt.
I never. And Reese, good to see you. You are looking strong."
As always.
As he gets up, he sits up from his sarcophagus. He snaps his fingers, and you hear as a metal cat
Yes!
jumps up next to him, and he begins petting it cross-legged. And
Oh
he
my
sort of
god.
leans back in his throne and says to you, "So it would seem that the time has come, yes? The planets are aligning, I assume. There is no
Yes.
other reason Trazin would have woken me. Is there, Trazin?" "No, Your Majesty. These people speak the truth."
Come now, King Jarek. We would not have crossed space and time just to visit you and say hi.
Of course not. Your tidings are dire, but most welcome. So, there is much to be discussed. You are probably hungry from your travels. He snaps again, and some trays raise up from the floor with different types of food, meats, fruits, this kind of thing. You're able to get some food. And he says to you, "Now, I know that it is time again. We succeeded in our mission. The Weave Watchers. We were successful in our endeavor in sending Danica to the future. You have been successful in protecting her blood and her bloodline. This much I know. But I do believe there is quite a bit you may not know.
I'd love
But
to know more.
But first, yes, I believe there is an old friend who you probably would like to see." He walks over to one of the two, what's the word, sarcophagi that Zavid is standing next to, and he presses a series of buttons. And the top comes off of one, and sitting up from within it is another fully metal skeletal creature with a long headdress and a glaive. And she looks to you and says, "Lux Et Umbra, what a surprise!"
Oh
And you
my
recognize
God.
her as Amanda, the Kingsguard of this King Jarek, who you had, you found her memory in Assyrian. And she is the one who originally told you that the key to Rubagug's prison isn't a physical key, but you could see that she's undergone this biotransference into a necrodermal, robot-y creature.
It is good
Whoa.
to see all of you.
Mistakes.
Likewise, we spoke with your memory. You remember everything that we
I do.
went through together.
Indeed, was attached to my consciousness here by a long distance, how do you say, radio telescope.
Oh, that's why there was always some like lag, like a little delay sometimes, and
Yep.
sometimes your voice would
Indeed.
stutter, like the connection got bad.
This is why.
Yep.
Interplanet tapping. Yep.
Yeah, that's Verizon for you.
Raising the bar.
And also, yeah, and if anyone ever goes and cuts back to like those episodes, anytime we had any sort of technical difficulty, that was the reason.
That was why. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's totally why.
Yep.
So, King Sherrick and Amanda sit all of you down. And he looks to you and the king as he's petting his cat. He says, "Tell me, this is very important. What exactly do you know of Rovagog, the rough beast? It's very important to know all you can of your enemy before facing them in battle. What do you know?"
Okay. I'm gonna, out of character, I'm gonna
Mhm.
list everything that I think
Sure,
I know about this. First of all, Rovagog was one of the earliest deities in this cycle. We do not know if it existed in the universe at its inception, or if it was spawned after the universe was created, since when Pharasma showed up and and we don't know if there is a connection between Rovagug and the last universe or anything like that, but what we do know is that it wants to consume everything. And it's not patient like Grotus, who will just wait for everything to die first and then eat everything. It wants to consume everything now. It was defeated by 4 gods, I believe. It was
No, it was a huge
Calistria.
army, but the 4 main ones were the ones who struck him down. And imprisoned
An
him.
alliance of 4 gods and their forces. It was Calistria, Desna, Sarenrae, and Asmodeus.
Yep.
Other gods were probably like aligned against it, but they didn't directly take part in the battle, from what I understand. So like I think Zan Kuthan was one of those, because we saw that chamber of all the different sigils. We know that he was against it as well, but like we only know of those 4 that actually were fighting directly this entity, the incarnation of it. Aside from that, we know that it is nigh impossible to destroy, or if there is a way to destroy the rough beast, it had not been discovered in the time of the last cycle and has not since been discovered by anybody that we know of. So it was the only option that we know to make sure to ensure our own survival is to imprison it. However, I'm inclined to believe that there is a way to destroy Rovagog, because I don't think, and this is a hunch, but Grotus seems like there is like a divine order to what he wants to do, or what it wants to do. It waits. It's on a cycle. It slowly descends onto the boneyard and then goes back up into the sky like a resetting clock, like the time's not right. And Pharasma doesn't do anything about that. It's almost like Pharasma understands Grotus's purpose, even if she will not be forthcoming about why. Rovagug, everyone had to stop, because I think Rovagug is aberrant. I do not think Rovagug is part of the natural order, which is probably also why it's hard to kill him. He doesn't die like a normal god would die. So there needs to be a way that we can permanently destroy Rovagug. I just wouldn't know what it is. That's my theory. That's not like something I know, but based on my knowledge of like the natural order of things, it just doesn't make sense that he would be a natural god with some sort of purpose. Why would all the other gods, evil and good alike, imprison him to, into Galarian if he had some part to play in the natural order of things?
Yeah.
Most of this is correct, yes. You are on the right track. I find it is of the utmost importance that you know the truth. The truth is not going to be easy for any of you to hear. Miss Rizzolo, I know that you are a smart cookie, yes,
Guilty as charged.
indeed. Now you have studied the music of the spheres, I assume, which is a flowery way to say calculus, and Con has, yes. Very wonderful. You are a maestro. Now, I need to show you a bit of advanced mathematics. The rest of you may not want to look, it will hurt your brains. And he pulls up,
What a good day to have rat ADHD.
right? Because you need that, you're going to need that +4 Arcana Con. Like, this is the perfect time to have crit failed that check. You have no idea how helpful that's going to be. He pulls up this hollow screen in front of you, and you start to see equations just fling up onto the screen. It just looks like scribbles to Zavita and Reese. But Khan, you recognize some of the stuff. You're following it. It's like reading a language you don't really understand yet. You kind of slowly, line by line, reading it, and he's explaining some things, and he says, "Now, the truth has been covered up for many years on purpose. We have hidden the truth within myth, within legend. This was to hide the truth from the people. Rovagog, as you say, is both a force of nature and not a true thinking creature. It is much more and much less. Look here, within these numbers, within these formulae. And Con, I want you to roll me a crafting, or an Arcana check. DC of, I'm going to say 42 on this. You can have guidance from Zavid. Yeah, so +1. But you can't have aid from Reese, because Reese, you straight up don't understand this. So 42 with a +1.
I wasn't even gonna
42 with
attempt to
+1.
Ooh.
49, 7 above the DC. Hell yes. So you follow what he's saying. You're following this math lesson. And it's starting to, it's making some weird sense. It's talking about like space and time and like gravity. And all of these weird functions are talking about like how space and time are like the same thing. They're like a fabric called space-time. And he's saying things like, the truth of the matter is, when you are a Galarian, you feel empowered during the conjunction, yes? All of you have noticed this, I am sure. Zavid, you all of you have the extra spell slots, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
What you may not know is that Galarian is pulling this power from the other planets. It is a sink of magic power. Look here. Magic flows. Mana flows like gravity. And when you put the infinitesimal within these formulae, do you see what falls out, Khan? And with your roll, Khan, your heart sinks as you understand Rovagug is not a god or a creature. Rovagug is a black hole at the center of Galarian, imprisoned within ancient technology of the Sivrak. This devourer, this all-consuming sink, this consumer of worlds, needed to be imprisoned because it cannot be killed. It is a force of nature, but it is not a living thing. This is why we could not kill it. This is why we had to imprison it. This is why we had to lie to the world.
And say
do
it
not
was
understand.
You say it was a beast, say it was a god?
Indeed. These people would understand. People understand religion. They understand the great Leviathan in the sky. They would not understand this deep physics. Rovagug is physics. It is not divine.
And it's just like mouth agape. You know, the numbers like reflecting off of her big rat eyes.
What do you tell
You
your
know, this
friends?
is-
Because they don't understand what you were talking about.
Yep.
Yeah. You know, this is not great news because you know I was really looking forward to chopping Rovagug's head off with a big stick. but that's not a possibility. That's something I can't do because it doesn't have a body, because it doesn't necessarily have a form. All it does is consume. Does that make sense?
No, that doesn't make sense.
Is it kind of like when we put the jelly body on, what's her face? The bone lady?
Anyanka?
Anyanka?
On Anyanka. It's like, Rovagug is the jelly, and we can't really behead jelly because it's one corporeal figure. He's trying, man.
He's trying. He's trying.
He's trying.
Trying.
But you can still do
Can't
something
cut the head
to
off of
ooze.
jelly.
You know, I mean,
Zavid has it right. You can punch ooze because it's there, but Rovagug
You can't
isn't.
punch. Oh.
you're saying
Oh,
It's a
Rovagug
vacuum.
kind of doesn't exist the way that
we thought.
we do?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So, what does that mean?
How do we? What's the literal plan of attack?
That's a good question. King Jack.
How did they imprison it too? Like, what does how does your prison even work if it just eats everything, and magic included, right? Like,
Well, wasn't it the spirit of Danny's mom?
right? But I'm
Danica
sorry.
held the key of the knowledge to use the ancient technological prison. It is, for all intents and purposes, a giant magnet that houses it within its shell. The interior of Galarian is not rock and lava. It is a massive, massive megastructure built for the sole purpose of holding Rovagug within it. It was not built by Torag and Abadar, as your myths tell. They simply learned how to operate it. Them with Asmodeus. They sealed away what was already there.
Wow, that's a reveal.
Yeah, right.
And
The world exists to be a prison for
it does.
Rovagug.
And I want you guys to know, I've been sitting on this for 2 years. And now that the four of you, Danny included, are some of the only beings in existence who know the truth about Rovagug, you've hit level 19, bitches.
Oh my god.
No!
Holy smokes.
This is where we're gonna stop for this week.
Yeah.
Okay,
So be
makes
thinking
sense.
about your level up, level 19, and you just got a lore nuke. Rovagug is not
Jesus.
a god. Galarian isn't really a planet. It's a prison. It was built to house a black hole. And only you know this. But we'll pick up next time. Hopefully next week. Not sure. We'll play it by ear. We've got some splaining to do to Ash in between sessions.
Oh, I should
Hope-
say
yeah.
next week, no go. I'm
Okay.
traveling.
No problem.
And
Then
honestly, it'll be easier if I.
it'll be easier for me too because my partner's in town and that's when she's leaving. So let's just skip next
Yep,
week.
next week.
Let's just plan for it. But we'll come back soon. Hope everyone will join us and we give you some time to process what just happened. And we'll see y'all later. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.